Hi everyone, it's me, Shay. So I just got back from the last NaNoWriMo meetup of the year. Sorry it's so dark in here. It's like 4:30. Not in the morning, at night. Welcome to winter in Wisconsin, where you're reduced to using indoor lighting and it's not great. Thanks, Winter. You're just lucky that I'm not in bed doing this video in bed, because that could have been a possibility. I wanted to tell my story of success for this year. I did win. Yay! The last time I won was in 2011, so it's been a while. It's been a minute since I won. And in 2010, my grandmother died. And she was my biggest supporter. She was one of my best friends, and I miss her every day. And she's the one who taught me the love of reading, which led me to the love of writing. So after she passed, it was really hard for me to write anymore. I did win in 2011. I kind of pushed myself more that year to win for her. But then after that, it just kind of, my interest fell away. Not from the love of writing or reading, but just because, I would find excuses and I was becoming depressed and I didn't want to write anymore. Last year, I kicked things up and I attended my very first kickoff party in my area. This was the first time that I had ever been social with my writing. And it worked great. I got to 32,000 words. And I was proud with that because previous years I had gotten to like maybe 21, or the year before that I was only like 8,000 words. So I was proud of my over half. And then this year I actually attended every single Sunday write-in at our local library and met some great writers, great people, very fun. And I got the bulk of my writing done in public. And as the month went on, I was finding it harder and harder to write at home. So I think that's my key to success. Writing in public, because then there's no distraction. It's just you. Unless you're with a group of friends, and then you can always find a distraction. So yeah, that's my success story, and for this year. And I'm kind of in love with my story. I wasn't at first. The idea hit me a few days before Nano. I had something completely different planned. But this idea hit me a few days before Nano, and I outlined it in like 2 days, and I wrote it. And I wasn't completely sold on it until halfway through, and I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. Yeah, I kind of dig these characters. And then when I hit the 30,000s, and I was like, what would be really cool? A second story. So I have little ideas for the second story already written down, and who's going to be in them or in it. And so I guess that's another success story. I'm planning a second one already, and I just finished the first one. So my notes are amazing. I wrote down before he had a name, this is how cool my notes are. Before he had a name, I wrote down werewolf dude. And then I was like, no, I don't want him to be a werewolf. I want him to be a gargoyle. There's enough werewolves in literature. So I wrote gargoyle dude. And I was like, well, I can't keep calling him that. He needs a name. So his name is Lucas now. With a K. He's German. It's pretty hot. Another little fun tidbit about my second book that's not written yet. Milo, which is the main male character, Milo always complains to Lucian, who says nothing back to him ever. He's like, I don't care about your shit, dude. He's like, but Lucian, listen to my problems. And Lucian's like, bitch, please. I'm a 1,000-year-old vampire. I don't have time for this nonsense. Grow up. Do you know who I am? And there's a love triangle in the second book. Oh no, spoilers. It's kind of a weird feeling because I haven't felt in love with a story for a long time. It's been a while, and it's been very hard for me to get back to this place. And now that I'm here, I really don't want to let it go. It's like I'm sitting there today and it was the final party, and I'm sitting there not writing, and I'm like, what do I do with myself? I want a break from it, but at the same time, I don't want to stop because I'm afraid I'm going to lose that momentum, and I'm going to lose that drive to do this again. So we'll see how that goes. That's not how you use a pen. I was just saying to myself, I was like, dang, this year was a good year to win Nano. I won it. I was motivated most of the way through. There were some days I didn't write at all, but I made up for that time. I got a winter shirt. I ordered myself a winter shirt, so that's my first winter shirt that's coming. I had won 2 times before, but I never got anything for my efforts. And then today, the Kenosha News, the local newspaper, showed up and took some pictures of us and is going to write an article, I guess. So that's fun. So thank you to my Oma, because I'm sure she had something to do with it. And hopefully when I can edit this novel, I can send it out to some agents, and hopefully it might get picked up. And then I can continue writing forever. So who are ever on the fence of doing NaNoWriMo, I hope that you find a reason to next year. Or you don't even have to wait that long, because there's Camp NaNoWriMo, which takes place during the summer. I believe there's 2 months. And you can set your own word count for that, so you don't have to write 50,000 words. You can set it a little bit lower. Try it out and see if you like it. I highly recommend it. If you're in southeastern Wisconsin, we're starting a little, nano writers group. Just getting together every 2 Sundays each month, and just getting together and writing and talking, and it's going to be so much fun. So I'm excited about that. So if you're in the area, just hit me up, I guess, and I'll let you know the deets. But yeah, I highly suggest you do NaNoWriMo or Camp Nano. It's amazing what you can create when you put your mind into it. So just wanted to share my success story and get that out there, and maybe this will inspire someone to write like they've been meaning to. And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. It gets hard. And you might find advice on how to do it the right way. And let me tell you, there is no right way. It's really just trial and error. Like the first nano I ever did, it bombed completely. But I tried it. And I learned from my mistakes, and I found something that works for me. Does it work 100% of the time? No, it does not. But that's the great thing about being creative and being a writer. You're always finding new ways to do things. So you make yourself better each year. And it's really great. So, yeah, if you ever want to talk writing, hit this chick up. She loves that. And, yeah, happy writing, everyone. Bye. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Hey, that song would actually be pretty good on the soundtrack. Oh, look at that. Freaking love Meatloaf. Not the food. Singer. I'm a serious person, and I write about serious things.